certainly the best.
Hello there, thank you for joining us on this special interview series on independent television. And I'm Sonny Duke Okosun. Our guest today on the program is the Ambassador of the European Union to Nigeria and ECOWAS. As a matter of fact, the Ambassador of the European Delegation to Nigeria and ECOWAS, His Excellency Ambassador Gauthier Mignon. Thank you for obliging us your time.
Thank you very much for your kind invitation, sir.
Okay, how would you describe your presence in Benin so far? Is this your first time in Benin City?
Actually, it's my second time, but I came in a private visit the first time because I hadn't presented my credentials yet to Mr. President, so I could not engage officially by the time. Okay. So this time it's the first official visit. And I came really with an intention to see how, to review the cooperation we are having with Edo State and to try to see how we can scale it up. But I took the opportunity to visit yesterday to participate to a private preview of the Museum of West African Arts here in Edo State, which is a project that I already saw last year when I came first to Benin City.
Also, so how would you describe the level of partnership between the European Union and, of course, Nigeria, and particularly Edo State?
Well, with Nigeria, the European Union, together with its member states and its development banks, what we call Team Europe, I think is the first partner, is Nigeria's first partner in many areas, in trade and investment in particular, and also in cooperation in many areas. And we have the 730 million euros in grants for bilateral cooperation with Nigeria between 2041 and 2027, plus also sizable amounts of loans, subsidized loans. And with Edo State, we've had good cooperation in several areas. I'm thinking in particular of support to migration governance and support to stranded migrants returning to Nigeria, and many of them are from Edo State. And in the last few years, we supported more than 23,000 people to come back and reintegrate into their communities nationally, and many of them in Edo State, just to name an example. So we think we can do more in other areas. We're also working in digital economy, in renewable energy, and also in projects for communities. But I always come with states so important like Edo State with an idea of how to try to improve and strengthen what we are doing already.
All right. What is the policy thrust of the European Union in terms of opportunities for young people as it relates to education?
Well, for us, education is key, and young people are a cross-cutting priority in a country like Nigeria. So in all our projects, we integrate a dimension for young people and also for women. And in particular, as far as young people are concerned, we are funding a big national project called Nigeria Jubilee Fellowship Program. It's about helping young graduates to integrate into the labor market by funding a 12-month scholarship for having internships in medium and small size enterprises or public service to get a first professional experience. And this is something that we are now scaling up with the federal government. And we are also offering possibilities of studies in Europe, particularly through the Erasmus program. We have more than 100 Nigerians going every year to Europe to study a master in the framework of the Erasmus program.
All right. What is the policy thrust of the European Union in terms of opportunities for young people as it relates to education?
Well, for us, education is key, and young people are a cross-cutting priority in a country like Nigeria. So in all our projects, we integrate a dimension for young people and also for women. And in particular, as far as young people are concerned, we are funding a big national project called Nigeria Jubilee Fellowship Program. It's about helping young graduates to integrate into labor markets by funding a 12-month scholarship for having internships in medium and small size enterprises or public service to get a first professional experience. And this is something that we are now scaling up with the federal government. And we are also offering possibilities of studies in Europe, in particular through the Erasmus program. We have more than 100 Nigerians going every year to Europe to study a master in the framework of the Erasmus program in particular.
Fantastic. If you just join us, we have with us the ambassador of the European Commission delegation to Nigeria and Africa, who is in Edo State currently on a private visit, engaging him on a wide range of issues, looking at the partnership between the Commission and Nigeria, and particularly Edo State. Ambassador Migno, let me quickly take you on a trending issue in Nigeria right now, which has to do with violence, extremism, and the talk around genocide against Christians is gaining momentum across the world, particularly in the US and several other places. What's the Commission's perspectives on this issue, and what is the intention in terms of helping Nigeria to deal with banditry, Boko Haram, and all other, extremism that we're seeing playing up in the country right now?
I think it's important not to exaggerate or oversimplify situations which are very complex in Nigeria in terms of violence and insecurity. Of course, it's a big concern for everybody, including for us. We are very much committed with freedom of religion and belief in particular, and of course, any attack against communities or individuals because of their religion must be condemned, are unacceptable. But at the same time, we stand in solidarity with Nigeria, with the victims of the attacks, of course, and with the overwhelming majority of Nigerians who are willing to coexist peacefully beyond ethnic or religious differences. And so we stand in solidarity with Nigeria to fight the many drivers of violence and insecurity. And religion is only one of them. And we've been supporting Nigeria for many years through many projects of peace building, of de-radicalization, demobilization of former members of non-state armed groups, for instance. And we are ready to do more. The European Union some 12 years ago received the Nobel Prize for Peace. And so we always feel the necessity to be up to this great distinction that we received, to work on peace building, to work also and strengthen our relationship on security and defense with Nigeria, but in a spirit of partnership and of respect for Nigeria's sovereignty.
Fantastic. You're here specifically because of the Museum of West African Arts, MOA, which of course was launched just a few days ago. But what's your take on the current issues surrounding the Museum of West African Arts, particularly against the background of some of the things that happened there, during the inauguration of the center? You were there.
I was there. It was not an inauguration of the museum, actually. Okay. It was just a private preview, because the organizer, I think, very wisely decided, as there were some criticisms, to postpone the formal inauguration of the museum. They announced this already a few days ago. And so yesterday was just a private preview for partners, friends, diplomats like myself and other European ambassadors. The EU has no direct involvement in this project. We are not funding this project. We might do it in the future because we want to partner more with museums and cultural institutions in West Africa and Nigeria, but we have no direct involvement so far. So I came here really to see the advancement of this very wonderful project I discovered last year when I came first, which is a great opportunity for Edo State, for Nigeria, and for West Africa. It's a West African museum. It's not about only Benin or Edo State or Nigeria even. It's West African. And I must say that the experience that we had yesterday was quite unpleasant and deplorable, because this private event on a private property was disrupted by so-called protesters who came in, allowed by the police, because there was security all around, but they left them in. And they disrupted the whole event. So it's exactly how you scale off. You scale off investors and development partners coming in good faith, to partner with your community. And Germany, for instance, has invested 8.5 million euros in this project. If now they see that this project cannot operate normally, the conclusions will be quite clear, not only for Germany but for all European stakeholders.
Fantastic. Let's look at a general issue that relates to the involvement of the Western world in Africa in terms of development, in terms of partnership, in terms of insecurity. Talking about partnership, we're seeing the European Union, for example, always disposed to giving loans to African countries, Nigeria inclusive. The perspective of these loans being a trap for developing countries, underdeveloped countries. What are your thoughts? What's the Commission perspectives on this?
Well, this is a trap where we felt collectively, the lenders and our African partners 30 years ago, and we had at the time to pardon part of this debt, to do a whole work to get out of this situation. So now, through, in particular, our new cooperation strategy, which is called the Global Gateway Strategy, we are very attentive not to fall again into this trap. So we limit the level of indebtedness of partner countries. We give subsidized loans. We don't want to fall again into this trap. And what we are seeing with concern is that African countries, some of them, are falling again into this situation with other lenders, not the European Union, because we've learned from our first experience. So this is why now we work very much with financial instruments, blending loans with grants, for instance, subsidized loans which create revenues for the country, so making sure that they can be reimbursed. So it's really a point we are very attentive to.
On a global scale, we've seen the disappearance of peace, so to speak, at the global level. I mean, the Hamas-Israeli crisis there's a ceasefire, there's some sort of agreement, but we're still seeing some measure of violence. We saw recently the RSF activities in Sudan, particularly in Al-Fasher. That crisis is still going on. And these activities or events that are unfolding globally that undermines peace globally, what's your perspective of the fact that it's like the world is hamstrung in terms of dealing with these issues, nipping them at the bud before it blossoms, it flourishes, snowballs into huge crisis like you're seeing now in Sudan? Hunger is there in Hamas. There's starvation, there's poverty, and all of these issues happening. Why is it so difficult for the world leaders to have a consensus in terms of how they can collectively respond to these issues?
Because we have collective rules in the United Nations Charter, international law. And what we have seen over the last 10 years or so is that very important players have not respected these rules. Take the case of Russia in particular.
Yeah, Russia and Ukraine.
The Russian invasion to Ukraine, which started in fact in 2014, then it became full scale in 2022. Then we, each from a permanent member of the Security Council, a country which is supposed to be a guarantor of these rules, then it shows that everybody can do anything and violates international law without punishment. And so this is why it's so important, and this is why the European Union insisted so much that all countries in the world had to condemn the Russian invasion to Ukraine. And most countries, including Nigeria, have done that. But others, including large democracies, have not done so. or China.
When you say large democracy, are you talking about the U.S.?
The US has done so, but others have not.
Okay.
And then, other crises also popped up. And then when the law starts to be broken here and there, it just becomes contagious.
Ambassador Gotna Migno, thank you so much for your time. Truly appreciate this conversation.
Pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I've been talking with Ambassador Mignot, who is the head of the European delegation to Nigeria and Africa, is currently in Edo State on a visit, and we've been engaging him on a wide range of issues. Thank you for staying with us, and have a beautiful day ahead. Bye for now.
Certainly the best. Certainly the best.
Hello viewers, welcome to Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji. So today on Viewpoint, let's talk about the insecurity that has been affecting Nigeria as a country and how it affects our economy, our agricultural sector, and most importantly, our means of livelihood.
Security is the most important element if you are talking about whether state development or national development. No investment can thrive when there is no guaranteed security. And I don't think any economy can grow. I don't think any country can do well if the security architecture of that country is not such that it's able to arrest things that will make investors scared to put their investments in that very environment. And then on the issue of Donald Trump, some people say it's threatening Nigeria, but I don't think it's threatening Nigeria. The issues raised that led to Donald Trump and the Secretary of War of the United States wanting to come to Nigeria, those issues, are they real? Those are the questions to ask. The killings, are they real? Is there massacre of people, whether Christians or non-Christians? I don't believe that the people that are doing it, that they are Muslims, because I do know that Islam does not encourage killings. So for them to think that they are on some mission for God in quotes, and nobody has been able to stop them. We have a country where the security agencies have not been able to curb these things for so many years. 8 years of Buhari is gone. We are post 2 years now into Tinubu administration. That's 10 years. And in a country like Nigeria, you still see where they will show you on video where people are being killed and buried. The question when some people talk, the question I always ask them is it because those that are affected are not directly related to it? So I think that the American government, coming out to say that if Nigeria cannot solve it, they want to come and solve it. I think it's a wake-up call on one, the president who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, who is the chief security officer of Nigeria, to either do the needful and let every Nigerian feel protected within our country.
As of today, obviously insecurity has become a thing of concern for every Nigerian. And primarily from our own research, I personally have realized that the insecurity is given birth to by Nigerians themselves, in line with the high rate of corruption in the system. Insecurity can only reduce when the corruption level is reduced. The primary cause of insecurity in our society is lack of consequences to crime. So if there are consequences, as we all know, the Nigerians are very good in abiding to laws when there is consequences to the crime they commit. So the Nigerians are very good in taking advantage of loopholes when there is no consequences to their crime. If you pay attention to Nigerians that are in diaspora today, you realize that 80% of them are very law abiding over there. The primary reason for that is because in the Western world, the consequences to crime is non negotiable. So, but coming back home today, we all have seen it, taking a negative toll on our society, and we all are, affected by it in one way or the other. Talking about foreign intervention to Nigeria, we all, I wouldn't say we all know, but for me, it is obviously clear that this was expected at a point. It's in two ways. One way is because of the applications of the current federal government, the steps they are taking to boycott American. The country we are living in right now is a one-party system. And obviously, it's not healthy for the country. We see governors, everybody moving to APC today. So Nigeria is in the state of in the state of surgery. So we need a surgery at this point because a society that does not have a competitor is as good as doomed.
What I'm about to say right now is concerning the herdsmen that come to our community here. Those are real cow. They normally come with their cow to eat people cross here in my community here. They used to come with their cow. Instead of them to move along the road so that their cow will not eat grass from the road, they will take those cows to the people's farm in community. They will be eating their cross. Some will have cassava, some will have yam. Those cows will not destroy those cross in their farm. Many occasions, those people, they will come to me, started explaining what is going on in their farm concerning the herdsmen with their cow. We don't want such a thing from the community. The way they are damaging people crossing here in community is very bad. Also, in our secondary school in Umtekon here is very bad. There is no window in those school, no door. There are some iron shed that those children are using to sit in the school. Some boys, we don't know them, they will go there, destroy those shed, pack those iron and bend it, fold it and take it to somewhere they will go and sell those iron. It's the iron that they are taking from the shell. They will remove the wool that the children will use supposed to write in school. Then we remove those one away from the shell. Then we fold the iron, take it away to go and sell it to wherever they want to sell it. We doesn't want such a thing in community. We are still pleading, we are begging so that they can also support us. It's supposed the school is well available for us. The school is well built. Those window they are be fixed. Those doors are be fixed. By the time those door or window are being locked, I believe that they can never go there and be stealing those iron shell in school.
First and foremost, let me start with how it affects our livelihood. You discover that when farmers can no longer access their farms, they can no longer cultivate crops, you find out that there is food shortage and there is food insecurity. People will be hungry and the few crops or agricultural products, the price will skyrocket, which will result in inflation. And if the prices of foodstuff increase, every other thing will increase to catch up with the prices of foodstuff. You find out that when there is insecurity, people can no longer travel. You find out that you see situations where buses are stopped and everybody is kidnapped. How will people do interstate and intercity economic matters or businesses? You find out that everyone is holed up in his own state or in his own city without being able to do cross-country businesses. And again, you find out that foreign investments run away from countries or places where there's insecurity. Where there's insecurity or fear of the unknown, money flies away. People start taking out their finances, their investments, and running away from that country. That is the problem Nigeria is facing, and it is not good for our economic development. And if need be, what stops us from asking for help? If your house is on fire and only you cannot quench the fire, will you not call in neighbors to help? I have spoken against his rhetoric before, but we should look beyond how he speaks. We all know Donald Trump, he will always be Trump. But we must look beyond that and see how we can be helped. Now, Donald Trump seems to have the list of people who are behind this mess that we are in. And so everyone is jittery. But Nigeria needs help. And if help is coming, we should accept it so that these bandits, these headsmen can be driven away. We must not play politics with our security. If we need help, we should accept help.
Insecurity in Nigeria ranges between banditry, insurgency, kidnapping, and of course, these ethnic clashes. We cannot rule that one out. Also, the farmer headers herdsmen clashes, we can also rule it out. And the fact remains that these have been so predominant in the north and southeast of Nigeria. And I think of recent, we started experiencing kidnapping in the south. Before now, at the advent of the democratic system in this era, there was this militants in the south. But I think at the moment, what we are experiencing now, one can only say that there is other hidden agenda which is not visible to the understanding of the natural man, because we discovered that in the north, a lot of religious crisis, so to say, because we see the Christians are being killed almost on daily basis, churches are burnt, and of recent, the United States of America alerted us that there is, of course, genocide, the massacre of the Christians in Nigeria, of which we are not ignorant of that fact, because it has been always on the news. in Benue, in Plateau, of course, Nasarawa, Borno, Adamawa, where the Christian Association of Nigeria chairman of that state was also killed. I think as it stands, the effect is so devastating. For example, you are going to discover that, especially in the northern region, there's going to be restriction of movements, transportation. Of course, also in the south, because you cannot move so freely, because fear of being kidnapped is there, and this herdsmen issue. Because, like in our community of recent, we saw some of these people also creating some problem, resulting in killings. And of course, those things are likely to have adverse effects on our economy and, of course, in the movement of citizens.
Insecurity is affecting our culture, is affecting food production, short of food, short of yams. At the same time, years back, we see yams everywhere, plantains everywhere, and all that. So, if I may say, but Nigeria is a nation, country, and we also have a stake. But since our government are proving the otherwise, what do you expect us to do? Everywhere is security. Benin City, where we are, just the security, Fulani X-Men everywhere, Nitiala and all those terrorist group and all that. Not until they browned these bandits as terrorists, I think they won't do anything about it. And to a large extent, they're being funded by powers on high. At this point, Nigerians are helpless, and that's the gospel truth. We're helpless. The nation is on the standstill, nothing is working. Nothing at all is working. And so, if now our president is beginning to wake up and ask for assembly, it's the right call towards the right direction. They should wake up and do something. Because for too long, I think some persons are making profit out of this banditry and whatever is going on, this so-called Boko Haram and all that. How can you have in a nation, in a country that we are Nigeria, our nation, we have no other country, whether we travel to America, wherever, we're still Nigerians. Just imagine, in this same nation, we have Sharia law. Does it make any sense? I will say we want Nigeria. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if we are Nigerians anymore. I don't know the right word to say. And I think the Northerners, it's high time they wake up to know we are Nigerians. We are one Nigeria, one nation. Nigeria is not for me alone, it's not for the North, it's not for the Igbos, it's not for the Yoruba, it's not for the Edos, it's not for the Shekiri or Jaws or whatever. It's for everybody. And when we wake up to that responsibility, I think and I believe Nigeria will go forward.
The security of life and property and the welfare of the citizenry is the primary obligation, the duty of the government as enshrined in our Constitution, particularly under Chapter 2, precisely Section 14, Subsection 2B, where it says that the government's primary responsibility shall be to provide welfare of the citizens and security of lives and property. And that, be that as it may, it seems that our security issue has lingered for such a long time, that it begins to give some inferences, that people are beginning to infer that there's more to it. There are people who are cashing out on this, our insecurity, which shows that it's being politicized. There's more to it. Because in my own honest view, I think that whatever challenge we have in this insecurity can squarely be handled and tackled by the government, except that they are having some cold feet, probably because of some of their interests or inordinate benefits they are getting from it. Otherwise, if they are set to tackle insecurity, who are these insurgents that you cannot suppress? But because there are political motives, there are selfish, objectives. There are people who are making it here and there. I mean, insecurity or kidnapping and banditry have come in the realms of billions now. They now ask people for ransom in billions, in hundreds of millions. So it has become very profitable to indulge in. So people have been encouraged to get into it because government has provided a veritable ground for it to fester. So now I think that since Nigeria is a sovereign nation, foreign intervention cannot happen. America cannot invade Nigeria without incurring the wrath of the international community. But as a sovereign nation, your internal affairs are to be managed and handled by you and not to another nation. But America being the number one world police of all the nations, you don't expect them to fold their hands and watch the gory scenes that are flowing out from Nigeria every day, where people are being beheaded recklessly and ruthlessly, where people lives have been turned upside down, people have been maimed and brutalized, people have been chased away from their ancestral homes, and nothing is being done, despite the amount of budget, huge humongous money they've been budgeted for fighting insecurity. It ends up in private courts. And the kind of when you fight a war that those who are fighting it are part of it, it becomes difficult to win. But most of the people fighting insurgency and insecurity are part of the problem. So that's why it becomes a problem. So I don't think that it is impossible for America to invade Nigeria. It has happened in the past.
We blame first the federal government and the state government, not only Edo State. It's no more news. We are aware how the bandit came into Nigeria. I would not want to dwell on it too much. It affects the community, even the rural area. Farmers that are even farming on their own inside my farm. I have almost 50 laborers. Do you know if I didn't employ security people, that village would not have been going to farm at all. And yet we are not feeling the impact of either the state government or the federal government. This place is a bit fair. What of Benue and Plateau? The government should wake up.
For a very long time now, the issue of our insecurity, has been quite alarming. Yes, as a nation that is suffering insecurity, the economy of such a country is going to be stagnated. As a country is also seeking to grow our economy, it is also very important that investors from around the world are attracted to invest into the economy. And then let's also look at our citizens. If there's unrest regarding, if the liberty of the people is being threatened, there's no how people can go about their daily endeavors. Right now, it's also the present issue that farmers no longer go to their farms at will because of the issue of banditry, kidnapping, and all of that, which is a major problem in our current society. It is also to that effect that we as human rights activists within our own capacity are trying out to the government to ensure that the right security apparatus is being employed, and then that the government of the day is trying to focus more their energy is being channeled to address the issues of insecurity as the ultimate unrest in our nation. With no reasons to dispute that Nigeria currently is going through insecurity, like you rightly said. But then, as a president of the country, which we believe should also be inclined to international law, we see it as a disrespect, to Nigeria as a sovereign state. Yes, before we engage, there are rules of engagement. If Nigeria as a sovereign nation is in one way or the other having a bilateral agreement or a diplomatic agreement with the U.S., inviting the U.S. government to intervene in an issue, then it would be a different case. And then the reasons why I, as a person, which I'm also entitled to my opinion, will not support that effort is because the United States, when it comes to military intervention, has a very poor record, because we've seen instances of countries where they intervened and such countries were left in ruin, and Libya is a forceful example in Africa.
Amid insecurity that is currently affecting Nigeria as a country and its citizens, with different reactions from our respondents, who also called on the federal government to do the needful to boost the security of lives and properties of citizens. They also reacted and made reference to the intervention statement made by the United States of America's President Donald Trump, calling it a welcome development, and it should also be something that should be welcomed by the country. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.
Certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain, which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Television and radio here in the city of Benin. I hope you are having a very fantastic Friday afternoon. It's been very hot, but what we have to do is to keep going. On the show today, I have two wonderful guests with me, but before I introduce my guest, I'd like to say, if you've been following us on this program, Hitches and Voices, we've been on a series for the past 3 weeks, which is on disability, love, dating and marriage. And I know many of our audience out there, many of our fans, followers enjoyed that series thoroughly. But we'll be moving away from all that, and today our focus will be on the International Day for Persons with Disability, coming up on the 3rd of December this year. It is a yearly event, and who else to talk about this than the guest I have with me in the studio today, Executive Director, Network for the Advancement of Persons with Visible Disability, NAVID, Melody Omosa Esquire. Welcome to Hitches and Voices.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
I also have with me in the studio, Executive Director, Christabel Otueru Foundation, Onome Otueru. Welcome to Hitches and Voices.
Thank you for having me here today.
And we have a brand new sign language interpreter for today, standing in for Cynthia Godwinaya. It's Osarime Osabunye. She'll be interpreting for our deaf community. I'd like to welcome her to her maiden appearance on the program, Hitches and Voices. My name is Kingsley Okoje. Don't forget that this program is powered by Network for the Advancement of People with Visible Disabilities, NAVID. NAVID is a known name in Edo State and in Nigeria that is advocating for the rights of persons with disability. Without wasting so much time, we delve into the program proper now. I'd like to ask the Executive Director of NAVID the very first question. It's the International Day for Persons with Disability, a yearly event. We all know that that day is set aside by the United Nations to celebrate persons with disability. But NAVID, who has been at the forefront of the advocacy for persons with disability, has seized the opportunity of that day to have the Rights Above Charity Lecture. And I know this year will not be different. You're also planning to have that same lecture, which is the 14th in the series of lecture. Can you just take us through some historical background about the International Day for Persons with Disability and the Rights Above Charity Lecture?
All right, thank you. And again, I'm glad to be with listeners and viewers today. The United Nations in 1981 through 1991 declared a decade of recognizing the contribution of persons with disabilities, and they call it a decade of celebrating persons with disabilities. It was an era where particular attention was paid to persons with disabilities, their contributions, their resilience, the challenges, their plagues, their effort. And at the end of 1991, they decided in 1992 to set aside a day yearly to celebrate the contributions of persons with disabilities. By the reckoning of the United Nations, the world's population of about over 8 billion have 15% of that as persons with disability. If your mathematics or arithmetic is anything to go by, you will know we're talking about over 1 billion persons that live with disability. So it's a significant population of the world's demography that needs to be recognized.
That's like two continents put together.
Put together. Thank you very much. So that journey started in 1992, and since then, every year, attention has been paid to breaking down the barriers, as it were, identifying issues that militate against the integration of persons with disability fully into society, so much that they can operate and function on an equal basis with people without disability. So it's either hearing that it's either they are trying to break down one barrier, emphasizing inclusion and access. That's been the trajectory since 1992, and this year is no different. They are fostering inclusion fostering inclusion and leadership of persons with disability to make a society that works for all. That's what UN is looking at this year. Then at NAVID, in 2011, we inaugurated the Rights Above Charity lecture, principally to emphasize the rights of persons with disabilities to coexist with their counterparts without disability on an equal basis with others, emphasizing their rights to political, economic, and social inclusion, recognizing the fact that disability, as it were, is a social construct. And when that is viewed from the lens that it's society that makes disability, then society also needs to find a way of appreciating the diversity of humanity and allowing everyone within their space to contribute to growth of society as much as they could. And like you said, since 2011, we have had a bit of history. This will be the 14th in its role of celebrating the International Day of Persons with Disabilities with a lecture themed Rights Above Charity lecture. Like you also noted, the celebration is on the 3rd of December, which is Wednesday, December 3rd. And we've also planned to have activities, not just the lecture. We have a rally and also a lecture to commemorate this year's UN Day for Persons with Disabilities.
Beautiful. Executive Director, Christopher Otero Foundation. Your organization has been a big ally of the disability community, and you have participated in several International Day for Persons with Disability. How significant is that day for you? And why do you always partner with the community to celebrate that day?
Well, I'll answer that question by saying we are not just allied, we are parts of the disability community. Because we don't just see ourselves as partners, but we are also part of that community. And that day, the way we see Christmas is the way I and my people see that very day. It's a big day because that day is created to create awareness to the society, because the way the public view people with disability in this part of the world is not that too encouraging, and we need more sensitization. We need more pushing of the importance of everyone identifying with persons with disability. You can rightly hear what the rundown Barrister Melody made just now concerning the UN and all the rest. All the UN is trying to do to make sure that more awareness are being created. And I thank God for this year's theme. It's talking about inclusion, right? And we are looking for total inclusion, 100% inclusion. We want people's perception concerning those who are living with disability to change, because either we like it or not, one way or the other, somebody out there will also join the community. Some may join by age. By the time they begin to age, they have become, they've joined the community of people with disability. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reason why our people out there, their mindsets need to be changed. And I pray this year, the message, I pray it goes far beyond our targets. And the Living Above Charity lecture,
Rights Above Charity.
The Rights Above Charity lecture is also another means of reaching people. And I want to appreciate NAVID for that initiative, because it has really done so much in educating the people, and not just the people in authority. I've also learned so much about people with disability through that lecture. And as I rightly said, every 3rd of December is more like a Christmas to me, because it gives me joy seeing everybody going out there to tell the world that we are the same with those who perceive to be those who don't have disability.
All right.
You understand?
Yes. Thank you so much. I know that at the level of NAPVID, the International Day for Persons with Disabilities is not just a mere ceremony. For the past 14 years, you've used that program to drive specific advocacy. You've used it to start certain campaign. What's the vision for this year? What are you targeting this year? What's the message? What's the central theme for this year's celebration?
All right, thank you. In 2011, when we started, the campaign was, we do not want issues of disabilities to be viewed as mere charity. It should not. I recall vividly the first speech I made on that day, while talking to His Excellency, the then Governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, who incidentally is now the senator representing Edo North Senatorial District. I said, yes, he recognizes the disability community, but we do not want...
I recall he was present at that event.
Yes, he was present. He inaugurated the Rights Above Charity lecture, and we told him that this should go beyond the benevolence of any individual. And one way to do that is to institutionalize the rights of persons with disability by having a disability right law in place. And then we started a campaign that led to an executive bill to have a disability right law being transmitted to the House of Assembly in 2012, which of course wasn't passed then. Where, thank God, by 2023, after more than 10 years of repeated advocacy, we finally had a law, 2022 precisely. 2021, the Rights Above Charity lecture, which held at the Festival Hall in Government House, extracted a commitment, a deliberate commitment from the then governor of Edo State,
Godwin Obaseki.
Godwin Obaseki, that was he promising that in 2022 we will have a disability law. He said, he answered in the affirmative. And by July 28, 2022, a disability law was passed. We celebrated that and wanted a commission that the law created to be inaugurated by virtue of Section 24 and 25 of the Edo State Persons with Disability Law. That was the focus of the 2024 Rights Above Charity lecture that was held on the 3rd of December last year. At the end of that program, a communique was issued calling on the newly inaugurated government in Edo State. By the way, the government just marked a year in the office, and our congratulations to him. We asked that as one of his first things to be done, and indeed for us, a low-hanging fruit for the administration to take, to achieve, was to inaugurate that commission. On the 26th of March this year, 2025, the Edo State Commission for Persons with Disability was inaugurated. You can see that there is a direct link between celebrating the International Day and using the platform of the Rights Above Charity lecture to demand certain strategic interventions of government in making society inclusive for persons with disability. For this year, 2025, we are celebrating the fact that we now have a commission. This will be the first time the disability community will be celebrating with a commission in place, saddled with the responsibility for their education, healthcare, and every other thing that is provided by the law.
All right,
and as a matter of fact, it's a joint celebration.
All right, we'll go into all of that,
Okay.
but we'll go on a quick break now. We'll come back from the break. We'll continue our conversation with the Executive Director, NAPVID, and the Executive Director, Christabel Otuerero Foundation, Onome Otuerero. We'll go on a short break now, and we'll be back.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
Happy faces there, celebrating NAVID for those beautiful intervention. At the level of NAVID, we do our best to intervene in the lives of persons with disability. And just in case you love what we do, you want to support us to keep more smiles on the faces of many persons with disability in Edo State and in Nigeria at large, you can support us. Our account number is on your screen. Give the little you can to advance the cause of NAVID. We'll go back to our conversation now. Don't forget, our conversation is on the International Day for Persons with Disability and the Rights Above Charity Lecture coming up on the 3rd of December. And with me in the studio is the Executive Director, NAVID, Melody Omosa, Executive Director, Christabel Otero Foundation, Onome Otero. Once again, gentlemen, welcome to Ages and Voices. If you follow the theme of the International Day for Persons with Disability, something has been very constant in the theme. It is inclusion and access. Inclusion and access. How important is inclusion and access? And with the establishment of the Edo State Disability Commission, are we gradually moving towards inclusion and accessibility?
Well, for us to have inclusion in society, it needs to be particularly legislated on. And that's why we have the law for protecting the rights and interests of people with disability in the first place. Like I said earlier, was enacted in 2022. The commission to drive the implementation of that law was what was lacking. And I'm glad, like I said, in March this year, on the 26th of March this year, that commission was inaugurated. It is to drive inclusion, regulate the activities of government through its MDAs, ministry, department, and agency, ensure that there is inclusiveness in their programs and policy. And we have a watchdog at its way in the commission to ensure that all of this is made possible. The commission reached out to NAVID and to the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, JONAPI, to say that they will want a joint celebration this year. And so for the first time, the Edo State Commission for Persons with Disabilities is working with NAVID to celebrate the Rights Above Charity Lecture this year. So both the Commission, NAVID, and JONAPI, we all are collaborating to have the 2025 Rights Above Charity Lecture. The lecture is fixed for Friday the 5th of December. But before then, there will be a rally on the 3rd, which is indeed the International Day. We'll have a rally, we'll go to Government House, show our appreciation to government on inaugurating the commission, and also charge government on what they should do better to ensure that the commission is effective. For the lecture itself, which is for the 5th of December, we have a topic from establishment to effectiveness, making inclusion the heartbeat of governance in Edo State. And we think that it is not just one of these bodies that should be put in place, but left not to carry out its statutory responsibility. government must empower that commission to drive inclusion as far as programs and policies of the state is concerned. We have a lecturer, Professor Ngozi Onogbe. She is the Director of Research and Development in the University of Benin. She will be our keynote speaker on that day. If you permit me, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, has been invited, as we said, as the special guest of honor, and we have guaranteed that he will be with us. The one that started this process, the senator representing Edo North, who inaugurated the Rights Above Charity Lecture in 2011, will be with us on that day as the chairman of the occasion. So come the 5th of December, at our usual venue. And by this day, I need to thank the management of Jasmine Gardens and Event Center, who every year yield to us their facility freely for persons with disabilities to come together and observe the International Day for Persons with Disabilities. So come the 5th of December this year, by 10 a.m., we all will be converged at the Jasmine Garden and Event Center on Airport Road by the Airport Entrance Gate, Benin City, to observe this day. We are sure that just as we have the commission come into force by virtue of our advocacy last year, we are going to see a difference in how government is going to run come 2026, and Edo State will be ready to set the pace for order to emulate as far as setting the agenda for inclusion as it regards persons with disabilities is concerned.
Beautiful. Mr. Anome, you belong to the civil society organization. How can we assist this commission to become more effective and not just become a dormant commission? What can the civil society do? How can we hold government and the commission accountable?
Yeah, as a member of the civil society, my advice is that the civil society can partner fully with the commission, and it's not all about criticism. Let's also look for a way to make the commission stronger, and also help in suggesting ideas that will move the commission forward, because it's new. This is what we fought for. Now it's here. So it's the duty of the civil society to partner with the commission and see how the commission get from where it is now to a higher ground, so that every child out there living with disability, every man, every woman, every one with disability out there can benefit strongly from the commission.
Okay, I'm aware that there are like 14 states who have an existing commission for persons with disability, but some have argued that most of these commissions are mere welfareist organizations. How do we ensure that the Edo State Commission is different and focus more on the issue of rights than just being a welfareist commission?
Is that question for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Whether the commission is welfareist in their approach will be dependent on the law that sets it up. 15 states so far have either a commission or an agency that champions the issues of persons with disabilities in the 36 states, waiting for others to follow suit. About 23 states have a disability law in place. When the law is not made to be a right-based law, there you have a challenge. Don't forget that the National Disability Act, the Discrimination Against Persons with Disability Prohibition Act, was enacted in 2018. Before then, some states already have a disability law in place. And the advantage Edo State have is that our law was tailored after the federal legislation, which by itself is a right-based law. And so it is not going to be, it's not a welfareist. It wasn't created to be a welfareist body, because issue of disability has evolved from being a charity base to being that of being a human right base. So that's why it's a disability right law that we are talking about here. So we do not think that working together with government, civil society, and keeping to the letters of the law Edo State Commission will just be welfarist without addressing disability from the standpoint of rights.
Rights.
Yes.
All right, just take us through a rundown of some of the speakers that has participated in your event and what we look forward for Wednesday and Friday.
Like I mentioned, we have Professor Ngozi Onuegbe, a very dynamic, astute legal luminary. She will be speaking to us on the 5th of December. She is coming on the heels of several heavyweights. We have had people like Justice Peter Akihero on our platform. In fact, he was the first speaker. We have had Professor Eddie Eragbe of the University of Benin. We have had Barrister Femi Falana, SAN. We have had Professor Michael Uzekomen, SAN. Last year, we have Professor Yinka Omoregbe, former Attorney General Commissioner for Justice, Edo State, SAN, and several doctors, Sagi Obayuwana, several professors, legal luminaries, and people who have made their impact as far as they have hold their own high intellectually in this country, whose voice cannot easily be drowned. We have had them on our platform. And so we are adding to that by bringing Professor Onuegbe this year. And just to round up, let's remember that on the 3rd of December, we are having the rally, and the convergence will be at the Ring Road, just by the House of Assembly. By 7 a.m., we are already gathering. And after that, we'll proceed and have a road rally on that day.
All right, like they say in local parlance, NAB itself not small. For you to be able to pull all of this heavyweight to the program. We're looking forward to Wednesday, which is the rally, and Friday, which is the lecture. Do well to join us to celebrate the International Day for Persons with Disabilities. It's a wrap on the program today. Don't forget this program came to you courtesy of Network for the Advancement of People with Visible Disability. NAB, gentlemen, thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you.
Till next week, spot the hitch and be a voice.
Certainly the best.
Waiting day happen.
They say if you see something, say something on a moat, I did so. Na moat, I did so. But who they put dirty, they put dirty. Who they feel and they feel am. However, na moat be this. This side, na Ewabogu. This side, na Obe. Obe na Weribo. This side na Obe. This side na Ewabogu. But people don't they block the moat. As they block different moats for different area. Ministry of Environment, Edo State government, make a show now something. Community, na moto, you go see am now say during rainy season if rain fall people go dey shout who dey park who no fit enter because of the way people don take block our moat. Who block the moat? Some say na landlord and landladies, some say na the community people, some say they wan sell am. But this na example. I dey for Ikpobaka, see Obe, see Ewabogu. Hey, who they throw away dirty for moat? They throw away dirty for moat. If government catch you. But see this one now. This place when I dey so, they very popular. They call am Police Woman Junction. Police Woman Junction. Yana Obe, yana Ewabogu. Now the moat be the come o. They don't they put sand. My people, share them. Drop your comments. Like them. Edo State Ministry of Environment. Edo State government. town and planning. Now one of our historical monuments. Name be this boat. Okay, the moat see they go, but they don't block here. Hey, what? Hey! 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 No fear, no fear, no fear, no fear, no fear. No fear, no fear, no fear. As they watch me, so how you dey? Area journalists, national journalists, international journalists. I did for Ekpobaka local government. Here na Iwabogu, this is our Obe. Here na Moat. So that the water where they go, they gather for this area, they go they pass here, they go Suriri wherever. But they don't they feel them. Then they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them. Then they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them. Now so it be. Now so it be for different area. People don't feel moat. Build house on top of moat. We go they shout. Erosion, 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 erosion. Hey, what? My leg. You better say my leg does this for you. But community chairman, okay, really, who can't sell the moat? They sell them. Who they feel them? Ojewe, okay, really, chairman, who they feed the moat? But this place, now be that popular policewoman junction. Moat. That side now Obe. This side now Iwabogu. But hey, he gave me. Come. Let's see. Help us! Somebody will help me here. Come with this guy. Come try to drag me. My leg. Come. My leg shook for a second. Shut up. Drop your comment. Hey, whoa. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. So the months they go, that they feel them. They feel them. Ministry of Environment. And those state government. Moot. I'm not passing. I'm not passing. But why you want to go buy land? Why you want to go build house on top of moat? Why? Ministry of Environment must come here. And the state government must send town and planning. I need to go meet the guy for town and planning. This is now one of our monuments. Because they wonder where I dey for Edo State. I dey for Ekpobaka local government. I dey for one popular area. See Obe, see Iwabogu. Moat na pass here. Moat. Here na be the popular woman police junction. Very popular for this area. But Iwabogu and Obe community where we are dey. The Okagele where we are dey. The Ojewe where we are dey. Here we feel any. Cameraman, Clary, bring your hand. I got dog go. My cameraman. So.
Also, waiting they happen.
They go. They don't feel am. They don't feel am. Shut up! Now different things they happen for the moat. Okay. Now moat today, moat. For Ekpobaka. They all the filler. Edo State Government, Ministry of Environment, Edo State Urban Planning, Town Planner. Ewabogu, Anobe, community where we are there. I need water. This one set rabbit trap for you. Good. This one good. Now better trap. If rabbit pass them, I still set up for you. Okay. This one I will put the plantain. He put entire with red and white. You see the plantain. No see, I see the plantain red and white here. Any attempt, you see, any attempt for you to cut this plantain. Now red and white the type to. Yeah, both pampas and different yama things. Tenant and landlord with this area, they don't turn the moat to their dustbin. But if you still support me now, call my number 080 55 40 73 59. This journalist work. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. Some of us are not faithful. People go to say Nigeria, 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 Nigeria. Now we will be the people where they say Nigeria. And when they make things hard for ourselves, this country. Report all this kind of yama. Motor they don't cover. Build house on top of moat. Put dirty for moat. Put different things. Welcome to they don't feed the goat. They don't feed. No, now yeah, sink dust now. You give me Rama. I'm not passing. So people get house. See house. I don't have pressure. Only God can do what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable. Shut up. Only God can do what no man.
Waiting they happen.
That's what I mean.
Merci. Egberama oton ya me. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo, salogbe. 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 Merci.
Waiting they happen.
Make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. And I pray one day.
What happen? Where your key? What happen?
Where your key?
Where your trouser? Hey, wait. Record. Hey. What happen? For what now? For the vigilante again. It's very for vigilante again. That's what you do. What happen? Calm down. Wear your clock. See your charger. Calm down. Wear clock. They don't collect your key now. I don't do it. They collect my money. You wear cloth. No, wear your cloth. They don't come over here, you wear clothes. They don't come over here, your clothes. Now make you naked, now make you naked, now make you naked. They oppress me. They oppress me.
Not only you, all driver they pay these people. Not only you. You get one day for this Aduawa market. I just park on the
However, I want to get those state government. Now these are those state task force people, Abi. Okay, those state task force. I go talk to Aneto for do our side, Abi.
I don't know why not
from Aduawa to this side. That will not be so something to do work now. Even to the opposite side demand, they make it. The man naked. Calm down. See your money, gather your money, calm down.
But money when I don't want for here. About 20,000 they will remove her.
They collect your money.
They don't remove her.
All those people wait on those stuff.
Yeah, they're wrong. They're wrong. That's not. We don't wait now. If what they do is according to the law, they don't wait now. Why they do the wrong?
They don't see me. They just have to do wrong.
Now our government finds something to do for us. So at least there should be bus stop in Edo State, please. There should be bus stop in Edo State.
Bus stop.
There should be bus stop in Edo State.
Bus stop.
You cannot just come and hold vehicle wey just park like this, and you know say they don't put bus stop. They don't put no parking here. Normally for Uselu, they go mark somewhere like this. You cannot park above this place. After government should come and visit us.
Come now, don't calm down, lock your door. The door don't hook. Wake it up.
I don't got key now. Let go, my kids just tell you. No one will kill me.
They carry the key come out now?
Yes, sir.
Call this side.
What I tell you, they just told me.
And they don't know with the key.
You say where they wrong. They know with the key that they wrong. No, but wait.
Respect.
No, wait.
I don't come out to.
Paper, I want to get my key.
Calm down. I monitor them. I go look for them. Aduawa. Where for Aduawa?
Upper Mission Road. Inside, they own motor necessarily. They don't pursue me.
I go track them. Don't worry, I go track them.
Waiting they happen. Waiting they happen.
Different area, different streets, they face different challenge. You know, saying when we go to tell government, gully. It get the way gully till they start. If you see this one now this one they call growing gully. But my people, how are they? Not be smart, you know. They say if you see something, say something. And they from one the local government, in Dokpa, that Sawmill Road, and the people within that area, they go surprise see their house now that they show online. But this not growing gully. They say if the water they come now, but it don't they cut and because state erosion control. My very good friend, Engineer Brimo. You know, say I tell you, say, as an area journalist, now me go fit tell you we all these things. You see, I say for those days we get big gully. Now so the gully take start, but this one now, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, and to serve Nigeria with all my strength. Now so it's supposed to be. Now so this thing go to grow, go to expand. Before you know, all these houses were there. They go enter. Before you know, all these houses were still there by the left side. All of them go enter. But the landlord and landladies were there the area. They say they don't try. Okay, come. Okay, you there?
We thank God. Well done.
Where this water? Where they cut this gully? Where they come from?
They come from a coffee. From 3 years ago, it not come.
Then from about 4 years ago, no water here. From 3 years ago, now water they come from a course. Where they come from now is from that side now. If you reach there now, you go see and I
about they go, more they suffer the waka they go.
Now I cause this one where we did so now. So they don't finish everywhere. I not fit drive out now again. My motor dey there now, not fit drive out.
But una will be the landlord for this area. Una don't try. Una where una dey, where this thing they cut and where una dey, come see am. Where una dey where they cut like this.
We don't try, General. We don't try. This one not be. This one man load. They say SOB not be one man load. We had over tried by ourselves. The thing don't overpower us. Now I make us say make we call Senator Ochobole. He Okpeburu. May come assist us for here.
Senator Monday Kwewolo.
Sunday Kwewolo may come assist us for here because the thing don't overpower.
We get local government chairman. Then I want there with this so. Okay, now growing gully be this so. Now this one, now so gully tell the start.
Exactly that's so. Now with this so. Now with this so. Don't see up that now. We not fit. See the bag when we take feed here the other day now. Here now it don't go down.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Now my wife is at so, this one now we done the pillar that day. Now, rain went just for the Saturday night, I carry everything.
See, growing gully is another one, oh.
Yeah, I said that small. How would they go so nice?
No, they go. Tell me, say, friend, they fall.
You not come out, you cannot come out. Like.
But you will they watch us now. How your area be, how your community be. We not go feel live for government. And we need to also inform government so that we go let government know. Bros. I just say now only in the area. That's everything. Mama, may you still call this, may you still call this. May I just say now only you did the area. Bros, that's everything now. More they waka, you know, come out. I mean, just
they come here from shop.
From shop. At this area, you stay.
That area, they stay. That is we not get road again.
If rain they fall, I dey pay for this place.
If you see the erosion when they here, you don't see the one we happen for Philippines. Now like this, I saw yours before this place.
For Philippines.
You see that erosion that
yes.
I saw yours before. If rain fall for here, you don't feel pass. You don't go allow yourself. Me, you will consent. You see, say houses now they cut. The things they cut, they go. For those people, these people don't go even enter house.
See growing gully there. Oh.
Exactly.
You don't know grass or gully.
You go check front. You go check.
More they waka they go. You know say this.
But where?
These people for this area, they not let me rest for the past 2 years. Call me Dokpa. Consuming. But I won't call on the Oga engineer. The man with the charge of erosion control. Oga engineer Bram, you get a lot of work to do. Erosion control for Wode, for Kobaga, for Oredo, for Esako, for Esalan. Where una dey before this thing they cut this like this thing. Yeah. Where una dey?
We try ourselves. You know, every year we spend millions on self-contribution, self-effort to try to make sure we do this thing. But
all this house they go enter inside though.
That's small email. Not see this one now, not the few enter house again. Okay. So that we try self-effort, we try, but we not go feel control erosion. You know, guy, we not go feel this one. This one now government project.
Okay, your house go enter inside here. Oh.
It's so they don't feel see and a person motor be down, not enter
correct. Okay, see growing gully for your front, growing gully.
Watch, see this one. This one's not the enter house again. So this one's not the enter house again.
I want beg Edo State government. Send your engineers, Ministry of Environment, Edo State Erosion Control and Watershed.
They don't feel enter their compound.
I need to carry your guy here for erosion come here. That means the rain they come. For Philippines.
You see that erosion when they carry people houses. That's what they be for this side.
But where I feel pass here, where they pass here go. Okay, we have Federal Psychiatric Hospital there. That road service still get a CP.
Sunu, waiting they happen.
Main road extension for Idakpa for one day local government. Landlord and landladies, they don't try their best. So many tenants don't run, they don't park. Hey, whoa.
I hear with this is for more than 15 years now.
Okay.
First
of all, God will heal you.
Waka.
Call this time I can make you see the.
To waka for the other problem. To drive back, back of the person. Not to know the person. See the road, not everywhere. Look at
this place.
So we just there for many years.
The water they come from.
From the castle. From so now, I had the pack everything pass. What do we need now with the big government, our governor now? Make our help us, because of our age, to help us, to make sure say this will make our help us do one. We don't get part to do one.
Mommy, how are you? I'm fine. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. And it will surprise you what the Lord has done. You be Bini?
I be Bini.
Ogbe ma beti awo, selogbe. Ogbe ma beti awo,
selogbe.
Ogbe ma beti awo,
selogbe.
Selogbe. Selogbe. Selogbe. Selogbe. Selogbe. Something dey happen.
You know, see where you know, see fronty.
Golly, they come from this side. They come from this side. This water.
Now here it is.
Hey.
Now here. I cry to government, I don't know. They say they give contractor C4. C4 for the past 6 years or 5 years. We'll not see them again. Government, I be make a speaking for them.
Let's see Monday Senator, Monday Kwewolo. The year is away, but what will be the solution to this water with the one drive all of now come from this area?
You yes, I be a Guinea. Solution na government. Na government near God. If God say yes, now so now government say
okay,
if government say yes,
now government.
If government say here now today, this erosion go come out, Not me where they go. Okay, I say erosion come out, it come out so. If government just say now erosion come out, the everything will go concern the erosion don't go
final.
Where
they send their engineer come.
Hey, I go happy. Oh, see my hand for up. I the beg God. I the beg government. Make them send the engineer come now. Before. I know give the
for 2026 budget. Now go enter now.
January. The
big rain they fall for this area. High they be.
If you see that motor so, it go swallow him. It go swallow and move. If you see, not see machine now because this one day for yesterday night 4. Not as machine they pass here now. The other day, he 4 woman where they go clinic. He carry baby. This road. I call my boy. I say I better come help this woman come up for floor.
What you not don't do now? We be landlord.
What
you not don't do to help yourself?
Okay. Hey? You see this fence where I make so. Now to make sure say water no enter my house. And I saw that we other landlord. We don't try. The more we try, the more they go back. If we are 100% front today, the next year it will be 200% backward. I beg, what's you know?
Talk to Senator Monday Kwewolo with this side here.
Oh, me man. No, who do me work in my gawa? If I'm the Gina now, say when I will go, I kid the Guanyo honking, he had the Guanyo when I will go. But when they were in the door, in the door with no money when I banaba. Oh, me milking. He am the Gina now. I also know where come and now one where me go to me. Can you get your double motor? Or Siri? Why, my son? Okbebo, my woo. Tell me my family now. Mamudia Hell.
Sawmill Road.
Sawmill Road. Idokpa. Sawmill Road.
Certainly the best.